Hello, my name is swissbianco. In this video I will talk about the Condor tool and knife moonstalker knife. The quality of that item is pretty impressive, but some of the details need a bit fix up or tuning. As we start with the box, it comes in a big white black box. We see the moonstalker knife, that is the name there. It also has the number on it. There we have the information about the website, so you see the most current information on that. As we open up the box, we had, of course, the knife, the sheath. Actually, that plastic did not come with it. That was a different item, as best as I remember. We had the knife wrapped up in that paper. We have the usual moisture bag, a bit warning about the carbon steel. This knife is carbon steel, so it will rust. And then we have Condor knife and tool product catalog, just a small one. Those I find always really nice and handy to have such smaller catalogs. It gives you the information that you need in a easy way. It's small, it's effective, it's printed. It's not a big catalog that you have to drag around too much and all that. That is absolute handy. And I just quick opened the information for the moonstalker knife there on the middle, on the right page. We see that is new, or was new, for 2014. Comes with a ballistic nylon sheath. The blade length is 9 inches. The overall length is 14 3/4. The thickness is 5 millimeter, and the weight is 1.3 lbs. We see it's a bit tiny in the print. We see the blade has 1075 high carbon steel, black powder coating. The handle is micarta, and the sheath is ballistic nylon. That I did tell already. So as we come to the knife, we see the Condor, and on the back side El Salvador. That's where it is made. It's a full flat grind. We see the grinding disc did go all the way up there, and then we have a 0 bevel edge. It's a little bit convex how it feels. Really nice done. On top we have the same, but on top it's not sharp. The grinding lines are pretty good. We have here a bit a difference, but for a using knife like that, it's pretty good. The black coating has a little bit of texture on it. That is nice to feel. We have to see this is carbon steel, so it needs to be protected where the edge is exposed. Pretty good point. Has a little bit of drop on top and a good belly on the bottom. Good using knife blade style. That's why I got it, also with a secure handle. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. So that's why I got it. I like those utility knife blades. What we have on top is the part is completely grinded in steel finish there, also along the handle. So there is the problem, that it's gonna rust because it's completely exposed, like the edge, and that goes all the way around by the handle. It did remember me on the early Bussy knives. They had a similar style, so they mounted the handle and then grind the whole thing down, and leave it like that. So there we have the rust. Unfortunately, that is not too good solution, because exactly there where you hold it and then you use it, you sweat in the hand, it's gonna get affected with the carbon steel. I'm gonna cold blue that part there for added protection. Hopefully that helps. The scales are micarta, and they are with what appears to be stainless steel tubing permanently riveted on, so we can't take it off. The proper way would have been that the item is the handle and the blade is CNC machined, and then the handle fastened on the coated blade. So we had here a black coating, but I guess that is all pretty much handmade over in El Salvador, cheap labor, so that is a different solution. Of course, this is not a Bussy knife, we don't have the expensive price tag on it. It's not a collectible, it's more a using knife, so we have to deal with that, and for me that is not a deal breaker. So we have contoured micarta handle. They apparently did also bead blasted a little bit. It's pretty coarse or rough on the side, which gives it a good grip. That is nicely done. We have those stainless steel tubing. They need a bit of chamfering at the end. They simply did grind over it, and it's a bit sharp there in the hole, so that needs a bit of chamfering. That you can do that by hand with a drill. You not even need to put it in a machine. We can use this one as a lanyard hole. The diameter is good 6 mm, and that should work for paracord really well. You can also leash it on a pole or something. We have enough holes there. Then we see the part here is not too equal made. That needs a bit rework there. We see the grinding line is a bit messed up there, but still pretty well. Also need to turn that around. That part here is a bit too sharp for my taste. That we're gonna dehorn a bit there as well, and the rest works pretty good. Even with my bigger hand, we have still space left there. Gives you a good grip and all, so that works. There are no thumb serrations or nothing, it's just straight. Then to the sheet, the nylon sheet. On the back side we see condor, made in El Salvador, so they did not go the Chinese way with the sheet. We have a good size belt loop, about 3 inches. Looks pretty big, sturdy, it's good stitched. You can always restitch that really easy, so that it would be a bit more, or you put a bit glue in between and clamp it. Then we have attachments for quite likely molly all the way down. I just looped a bit the paracord in here. We have the 2 eyelets with some cord that comes with it, so you can put it on the leg, and we also have this part here that we could use additionally as well. In front there is a long pocket. It has a snap here with the condor on the snap. A bit of a strange design of the pocket. It is pretty long. It has a bit of space in it, but the top is with that snap instead of a velcro or something with a flap. It looks a bit strange, but we're gonna see how that works for a sharpening stone. Even a longer one, that would be perfect, like a diamond or something that doesn't break. I would not put a stone in it, or a multi-tool and a diamond sharpener, a smaller one, something like that. Hopefully that stay closed. What we have here is a bit of problem in case it rains or something, that would the fluid would go in relatively easy, because it doesn't have a flap that goes over it. Worst case, we could use a duct tape to close it up. Then we have the main compartment. Also looks a bit unusual, that design, but it is I think it's a great solution. They put a flat part of the harder plastic, and then they put a bended part of the hard plastic to form already the mold for put the knife in it. That works out really well. You can insert the knife blade really well inside that part here, so I like it. Never saw that before or had it before, that design, but it works pretty well. And they did not need to fit the plastic too well on the blade, so it's simply round and a bit springy there. That is all what it is. Then we have here, and that is a bit sad, they used the Velcro on this one instead of a snap. I would rather have the snap up here and the Velcro flap here, but that is how that is. We see how long that Velcro gonna last. Worst case, we can always ourselves put a snap in here as well, and that's quite likely what I gonna do. The quality all overall for the money, I would say, is pretty good. Of course, it depends on what you gonna pay for it, but for me that is a good deal. The length of the sheath compared to the knife is also pretty good. About that we don't have a too bulky sheath for the knife. This one is a bit a bigger blade. It depends for the application what you're gonna use it for, but Condor makes so many different knives that you find a knife that fits your price range and the application as well. Yeah, so that's not the first of the Condor knives that I did buy. Quite likely not the last either. And yeah, this one we're gonna test out quite likely then more in the summer 2016, because now it already gets a bit cooler for stay outdoors too much here in North Georgia. So that much about the Moonstalker knife from Condor.